Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at the Kuvings hands-free slow juicer AUTO10 that is the newest offering that they have from Kuvings. So we're just going to unbox this thing and just give you the first impressions in terms of just straight up build quality. I'll have a follow-up video for actually juicing this. So here's the backstory. My wife and I have an Omega massicizing juicer that was incredibly slow. By the nature of it, and that one, it's just the design is slow in terms of how it juices. So you basically put the fruits and vegetables in a hopper and it has an auger that basically squeezes everything out. By design, it's supposed to be slow so that you can preserve the nutrients and such, right? So that one cost around like $200–300. It was pricey, but we're trying to invest in our health and all that good stuff, right? Ultimately, because it's so slow, we don't actually use it all that often. So we started looking at other ones. We went to a friend's house and we saw the Breville XL. It was like $300–400 as well, and it was stupid quick in how fast it could basically juice everything. But my understanding is because of the speed, it induces heat, and that may aerate the juice. The different colors come out, nutrients, etc., etc. So my wife went on a research binge and basically landed on this one. So this one's pretty expensive. This is $700 MSRP, and during Black Friday they gave $200 off, at least in 2023. So we're like, let's give it a go. And here it is. So when you open it up, you'll have a couple things here. Bunch of cleaning tools. This is a really cool tool here that they created for this. This is a tool specifically to clean this unit that pushes all the juice through. Let me show you that real quick. So one of the downsides about juicing is the cleaning portion, right? So if you can see here, there are some brushes on the inside that line up exactly to where the metal grates are. Fits perfectly here, closes around it. You slide this across, and there you go. So it fits perfectly, and you just end up spinning it, and you can hear the brushes rub the inside. Really cool engineering. Just nerding out. I'm just nerding out on how cool this engineering is. Someone really put their thoughts and executed on how to make this as easy as possible in terms of the experience for the end user. Really cool. All right. There's another unit here. This is another, so this is a blank strainer. Two containers. I imagine one for pulp and one for the juices themselves. At the bottom, you'll see a hopper. So you'll notice at the bottom of this is a metal connection point with many teeth. So if you looked at my other review for the Vitamix 3500, you'll see that the teeth there are many teeth on that one as well. Because sometimes in blenders, they might have a square or a star formation. And basically what happens if you don't have a one-to-one connection of teeth to motor teeth, sometimes it could slip. So this seems like, I'll look at the motor, but one-to-one connection, basically easier and more consistent transfer of power and with no slipping in the future. So that's really important. Inside is the hopper, and there it is. It just, I guess it spins around and pushes the food down there. Here's a quick ingredient guide, layering. So you want to put the leafy stuff, soft stuff at the bottom, and then semi-hard and then hard. So basically, let it gain momentum with the softer stuff and then put the hard stuff at the top. And also on top of that, pun not intended, on top of that, the harder stuff will probably be more dense and thus more heavy, pushing the lighter stuff and softer stuff down. Makes sense. Finally, at the bottom is a plug, standard plug that you would see on large appliances or even a computer. And then this looks like to be a pusher for the hopper. On the other side, you'll see recipe book, warranty information, manual, of course. Then, the star of the show, here it is. Yep, I imagine it is heavy. It probably seems like this is the best way. Take it out like this. So this looks like the unit, the part of the machine that actually does the juicing. So in here you'll see a metal connection in the middle. Very, very heavy auger. Another juice strainer. So this is my assumption. So there's two outlets, of course. This one with the rubber plug, I assume, is for the juice, right? So then maybe you're switching cups. You can plug it real quick, switch it out. This one was probably the side where the pulp comes out. It's much larger, and it seems like there's a release here that allows you to release it and then probably clean out all the stuck pulp. Makes perfect sense. This is a rubber grommet, and so is this one as well, to make sure the things don't leak out. Solid construction all the way through. It does not feel flimsy whatsoever. On par with quality from the Vitamix in terms of just the plastic thickness and rigidity. Here's the other half of the star of the show, is the motor itself. Yes, it is incredibly heavy for the size. It's very dense. There's the metal connection I was talking about earlier. It's very important to have multiple and strong teeth, or in this case surfaces, to mate against the auger or the device that actually juices. You'll see on the back side is a vent. Of course it has to be venting because it needs to cool. The plug is on the back side. There's only two buttons here, forward and reverse, and then off is in the middle. The branding is there right in the front. Looks like it has knurled edges, so you can see that real quick. Can't really see it, but that is a metal logo right there, and it's knurled. And then the other side is just some standard warnings that you have on the device. So on the bottom you see a QC check sticker with some rubber feet as well. And overall, very solid unit. Has some weight to it. That means the motor is probably pretty good. I noticed a rubber seal here, probably to keep the juice out, obviously. And a very solid mating point here. Last but not least, we also got the citrus juicer add-on. So let's open that up. This is the cap. So this is the attachment for the citrus juicer. So you just really there's really not much to it. You see these four teeth right here kind of line up to these four teeth, and then this little thing that juts out lines up to this little teeth mating surface right there as a key, essentially, to make sure that you're turning it the right direction. And that's it. This is the juicing portion. This is the pulp strainer, essentially, and then of course the catch for the actual juice itself. So we would use this for like orange juice or what have you, right? Pretty cool that this attachment exists, right? Because it's ultimately a very strong motor. And last but not least, just a cover. Keep the dust out. Straight up. This is kind of what it looks like from the side. Very short in terms of height. This attachment itself will do 800 milliliters or just over 24 fluid ounces. Let me show you what the unit looks like fully assembled. Okay, so if you have the unit facing you with the logo on the front here, you'll notice that again, what I presume is the pulp side and juicer side is facing you. You'll notice that, again, the key is here on this side, which then interfaces with this. Okay, you put that down here. And then the same 4 teeth, basically, indentions are here, right there. And then this one is a little confusing because when you put this in, it's kind of loose. So once you put the auger in, like this, you have to wiggle everything, wiggle this one as well. So now this one will be mated to the gear at below. I'll show you that real quick. So there's a gear right there, and obviously this is the main connection point for the motor. You'll notice that there are gear teeth around the bottom of this strainer, right? So you can't just put it here and assume it won't just be loose. So once you put this auger in to center everything, make sure it's all the way down, and then wiggle this one as well to make sure that everything is stable and connected. Next, you'll put this on. So you see how the mating surface is multiple faces and then teeth here. So I noticed something on the, again, the Vitamix has 1-to-1 ratio of teeth to connection point teeth, right? But this doesn't. So my only assumption is why that's not necessary here is that this is way slower speed in terms of spinning. The Vitamix goes, I would imagine, thousands and thousands of RPMs or revolutions per minute, where this one will be a much, much slower speed, thus not needing as many teeth. That is one of my assumptions. The key mating point right here is here as well. Okay, you twist it on. Okay, you'll see a key here on the side for lock and unlock, and the arrow right there. Once that occurs, everything's actually really solid. It doesn't come apart anymore. So these two things, the top and the bottom, really don't come apart. The only thing is the whole thing comes apart. Other than that, really solid. I don't have any concerns about this tipping over because, again, the motor is pretty heavy. Then from there, you just load in your ingredients, pop them in, close it in, and then maybe use this if you need to. But I'd imagine, and I hope, something of this quality that should be able to just take care of everything as long as you follow the instructions in terms of lightest to heaviest, essentially. So then once you have the thing assembled, you would have basically 2 cups. This one cup here is 1,000 milliliters, and this one is 1,300 milliliters. So I'd imagine, since pulp is much bigger, maybe you put 1,300 milliliters on this side, and then the juicing should be on this side. We'll see when it actually plays out. So that was a quick unboxing and my impressions in terms of the engineering build quality of this unit. I'll have a follow-up video later on after using it for quite some time for the family and see my thoughts on it. Overall, I think this unit is well built. It was well designed. It looks nice, what I imagine would look nice in your kitchen. There's also a juicer attachment that we also got here. So again, to reiterate, this is really cool from an engineering perspective, how they've thought about helping the end user clean their device. In this case, the strainer. Really cool. Again, build quality is great, on par with the Vitamixes of the world. That Vitamix that I bought was a couple $100 as well. I'll throw the price on the screen. So on our quest for happy and healthier lives, we believe this will be a great addition to our tools and arsenal of things that we use to keep this family healthy. So thanks for watching this unboxing and first impressions of just engineering build quality. Look out for the next one in terms of how this actually juices. Thank you for watching. See you.